Zombie. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of Ubisoft. London is falling. Hooray! Southern shandy drinking sausage jockeys. Sorry. Are you prepared? The Last Blight is upon us. It was foretold. For the second time in history, a great plague has shrouded London in a fog of death. Big Ben tolls as thousands of unprepared die, or worse, are infected by a sickness more gruesome than death. So what is Zombie? Well, it's a Wii U game, guys. You know, where you stand in front of your TV like a fucking prick, dancing around, flailing your arms around like a fucking windmill, you know, smacking your kids in the face when you try to, you know, do tennis and shit. It's one of them. I don't have one, but I can just imagine. Yeah. So it's now come to the PC. Whose bright idea was that? Ubisoft. Hooray! Ubisoft. Yes, so that means you play, guys. You play, or you don't play. You crash. You crash, guys. Yeah, it's shit. It's already crashed on me once. Ubisoft. Come here a sec. My name's Mac. I review games and do playthroughs and that. Can I just say something? You know you have this Uplay thing. I've got it on my PC. It's fucking wank! Get rid of it! That was a message for Ubisoft. Right, the game then. So how is it ported? Well, I must admit, guys, I almost dual-wielded bells for this review. I went into the other room and got the spare bell out. I have a spare. And I was going to dual-wield, you know, bells akimbo. But I beg to report, I won't be needing the bell anymore. Mac, you might be needing the bell anymore. Yeah, I'll keep it here just to... I probably will be needing it anymore. Yes, I will. Actually, I've just thought I'm definitely going to need it again. But the game isn't bad at all. It's not bad at all. Let's start with the options, shall we? The options. Or should I say the lack of options? Because this game hardly has any options. Let's start with the sound. There isn't a separate music and sound effects sliders. So it's all on one. It's just like volume up, volume down, which means you can't turn the music off, which is a bit of a shame. But the music is good in the game. The music actually adds to the atmosphere and makes it a lot more scary than it actually is. So maybe that's their reasoning for that. The graphic options are very sparse, to be honest, as are the control options, although you can rebind your keys, which I nearly said is a plus, but it shouldn't be a plus. It should be standard on every fucking game. But option-wise, wank. Graphic-wise, wank. I mean, there you go. It's shit. I mean, it's got a FOV slider that's -10 or +10. What the fuck does that mean? Please do explain what is that? Is that FOV 80, 90, 100, 120? What is that? I did a few experiments with the FOV by framing a scene and then running it from -10 to +10, and it looks like -10's about a FOV 65 and +10% looks around about 85. It's not the best, but at least it's not 65 like a lot of console ports. It doesn't have a frame lock, so you can get maximum frames per second, and because the graphics are abysmal, it runs like shit off a shovel, you know? So it's pretty good in that respect. The controls are fine. I haven't had any real problems using mouse and keyboard. I was expecting it to be mouse accelerated clunkyville, but it just isn't. I don't particularly like the controls. The idea of you hold the right mouse button down and that draws your bat, then you press your left mouse button and then he swings it. It's not, you know, it's not brilliant, but it does the job. You've got aim down sights, well, crosshair, when you have a gun. And you have a few other gizmos that I'll come to in a second that is all rebindable on your keyboard. So I'm pretty much happy with the way the ports come across with the control aspect, which is a first, to be honest. Another first is that this isn't an early access zombie game. I mean, it's probably the only zombie game in the world that isn't early access, so there's another first. It also has no fucking crafting. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness you're not running around London devouring a bottle of water every 20 seconds so that you don't die of thirst, and eating fucking chicken and beef and everything every few minutes just to stay alive. There's none of that. It's back to your old school kind of game where you craft nothing, you've just got to survive, you've got a health bar, and that will go down if you get attacked or leap off high buildings. There's fall damage in this. So you have to be careful. The game revolves around you as a survivor in London. There's a zombie outbreak, and Andy McNabb is in your ear all the way. He's an ex-soldier, sounds like he's got a Yorkshire-ish accent without the in bit, and he's constantly telling you where to go, giving you quests, because this is not an open world zombie game. Now, when I first found that out, I wasn't too disappointed. It's linear as well, and I wasn't too disappointed because I'm so fucking sick of them. I'm so sick of open world, early access, crafting zombie survival games. You know what I mean? Savombies. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of Savombi games. This isn't a Savombi game. Well, it is a Savombi game, but it's not a traditional one. It's a linear campaign where you are given tasks to do, and you do them tasks by using a series of ridiculous things that you have at your disposal. You have a scanner which can see what people are carrying. Fuck off, man. Just. You've also got a radar which you can ping, which tells you who's in the vicinity. Again, fuck off. Just fuck off, mate. Just, you know what I'm saying? So, apart from them two ridiculous gizmos, which work actually quite well in the game, but, you know, let's be honest, they are a bit stupid, but it does work, and the game gets more ridiculous as you go into it, but you kind of accept and embrace ridiculous as the game goes, because it's so well done. It's very frightening. I mean, I'm the biggest pussy in the world, as anybody who watches my other channel, Max Corner. You know, it took me years to do Outlast because I kept pausing it. There is no pause. Everything's live. You go in your backpack, which takes up your whole screen, the game's still running. A zombie could be coming up behind you to rape your face, and you will not know. When you scan stuff, you're rooted to the spot as you're scanning. You could be getting attacked from behind. So it's very tense, and it's very, very dark. Very dark. You have a torch which needs recharging if it runs out of batteries, and you can be plunged into pitch black darkness. It is scary. It is atmospheric. It oozes atmosphere and scariness. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted, this game. There's a few jump scares in it as well, as I found out. I did a live stream. There's a link if you want to go and watch it. It was my pretty much first attempt playing the game. And when you die in the game, there's a really neat thing. If you have it on normal mode, when you die, you spawn as another Londoner, another person. And you can go and see yourself in the game, because you become a zombie, your old character. He's in the game with the backpack that you have, which is your inventory system, and all the loot that you had. So if you go and kill him or her, you can then get all your loot back, and I highly recommend that that's what you do when you first come back into the game. So that's nice. There's also a survivalist mode where that doesn't happen. If you die, you die, which I like, because I quite like that in games. I think all games should kind of have that kind of feature, because it is fun knowing that if you die, you're dead. You're not going to respawn, you know, you're not going to just lose your loot. You are fucked. Game over, man. One of the things that makes the game fun is you have this like safe zone, this safe area, and if you can get back there after your mission, you've got a bed that you can lie on, and that's like your save game. You can't just save it anywhere. Why would you? It's a console port. They haven't realised that that is a feature that should be on. I don't know. Don't ask me, ask the devs. But yeah, you just, the relief when you get back and you shut the door and you're back in your safe house. It's like, I made it, I made it, I made it. And that, I love games like that. That adds to the atmosphere, the immersion. And you know, more games should have safe zones like that, where you can just, like a base that you can fortify, and it's great stuff. It really is fun. So it's a good game, and I'll tell you the best bit about this game: the price. It's $14.99, and it is worth $14.99. I was ready to slag this off, but I'm sorry, it's a good game. It plays well on the PC. I don't care what people say. I haven't looked at any other reviews yet, so if people are saying that it's shit, well, it's not. It plays well on the PC. It's a linear, campaign-driven zombie game. And these games go for £40. I've played a few of them, and they're shit. But this one's $14.99. It plays well, yes, it's linear and all that, but it's fun. It's $14.99 fun, and it's scary, and you can beat people up with a cricket bat. I mean, there you go. What more can I say? It doesn't have multiplayer. It's total single player, and I like it. It looks shit, runs fast, plays well. there you go. That's Zombie. Ubisoft's actually released a good game. But get rid of Uplay. It's fucking wank.